Hello students, a very good afternoon to all the students. So students, today we are going to start with the last part of the chapter, that is nutrition in ruminants. So students, today we are going to understand about how nutrition occurs in ruminants. Okay. So I hope all of you know the meaning of ruminant. Ruminants are grass-eating animals such as cows, buffalo, etc. Okay. So let's start. Certain grass-eating animals such as cow, buffalo, deer and sheep quickly chew their food. So they quickly chew their food and mix it with saliva. Then the ruminants will mix it with the saliva and then they will swallow. So do you know why? So students, do you know why the ruminants they quickly chew the food and then they swallow it? So the reason behind that is carnivores eat these grass-eating animals as their food. So students, we all know that carnivores will feed on the grass-eating animals. So in order to avoid that, they just quickly eat their food and then they move to the safer place and bring the food back into the mouth in small lumps and then chew it. So students, the grass-eating animals, in order to save themselves from the carnivorous animal, they quickly eat their food and move to the safer place, and then they bring back the food into their mouth and then they again chew it. Okay students, so this process of chewing food is known as rumination. So the process of chewing food is known as rumination, and these animals are known as ruminants. Okay students, so now you see, in ruminants, the stomach is divided into 4 chambers. Okay students, 4 chambers: rumen, reticulum, omasum and abomasum. So students, in ruminants, stomach is divided into 4 types, and this type of stomach is called the compound stomach. Okay students, so you have to remember that the stomach of ruminants is called the compound stomach. So now you see the next paragraph. The food that is swallowed goes into the first and the largest chamber, the rumen. So before that, I would like to show you the image of the ruminant, and the animal, that is cow. Okay, so you see, so this is cow and this is esophagus. So students, this is rumen, that is the largest chamber, and then this is reticulum, second largest, this is omasum, third largest, and this is the abomasum. Okay students, so this is the abomasum and this is small intestine. So you see, the food that is swallowed goes into the first and the largest chamber, the rumen. So first the food will go to the largest chamber known as the rumen. Okay, so it will go to, the food will directly go to the largest chamber. Okay students, the rumen. Okay, here it will go up to here, and here the food is partially digested. Okay, in the first chamber the food is partially digested, and that food is known as curd. Okay, CUD, curd. Okay students, so you see here, the bacteria present in the rumen help in the digestion of cellulose. So students, there are certain bacteria that are present in the rumen. Okay, there are certain bacteria present in the rumen, and that will help to digest the cellulose. Okay students, so now cellulose are present in the grass. Okay, so these cellulose are digested by the bacteria that are present in the rumen. Okay students, so that are present in the rumen. So you see, the partially digested food goes to the second chamber or the reticulum, from where it is returned to the mouth for thorough chewing. So students, what happened? The partially digested food will go to the second chamber. So here you see, this is the second chamber. First the food will come from this way and it will go to here, and then it is partially digested here, and then again the food will go to the second chamber. This is reticulum. Okay, so students, food will go to from here to here, reticulum. Okay, then what happened? From reticulum it will again go to the mouth. Okay, students, and then the food is again chewed. Okay, re-chewed, and then what happens? So let's have a look. So when it returned to the mouth for thorough chewing, so in order to chew it thoroughly, the food will again go to the mouth. Okay, students. So then what happened? After thorough chewing and mixing with the saliva, the re-chewed food is swallowed again. So students, again what happened? The re-chewed food will be swallowed again. Okay. It now bypasses the first two chamber and enter the third and the smallest chamber, the omasum. So students, now the food will bypass through the first and the second chamber, and then it will go to the omasum. Okay. So after going to omasum, what happened? Here it is broken down into smaller pieces. So students, the food that is re-chewed again will go to the omasum, and there it will be broken down into smaller pieces. Okay. The food enters the fourth chamber or the abomasum. Then after breaking down into smaller pieces, it will go to the abomasum. Okay. So here you see, after going to omasum, it will then go to abomasum, and here certain digestive juices are present. Okay, in the abomasum certain digestive juices are present. Okay, students. It contains an enzyme and hydrochloric acid. So in abomasum certain enzymes and hydrochloric acids are present. Here you will find certain enzyme and hydrochloric HCl. Okay, hydrochloric acid. So students, now you see the process of digestion complete here. So in abomasum, the process of digestion is complete. Okay, students. So the digested food now passes into the small intestine. So students, you see the process of digestion is complete in the abomasum. Okay, here the process of digestion is complete, and after digestion the food will pass to the small intestine. Okay, so it will pass to the small intestine, and the absorption of the digested food will take place in the small intestine itself. Okay, students. So here the digested food will be absorbed. Now you see, the undigested food passes through the large intestine and is removed from the body. So students, here you see, from small intestine, the undigested food will be going to the large intestine, and then finally it will be going out of the body through the anus. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. Now here figure 2.11 is shown stomach of a ruminant. Okay, students, so I know you all have understood it properly. This is rumen, this is reticulum, this is omasum, this is abomasum, and abomasum is also known as true stomach. Okay, so esophagus and small intestine. So this is the stomach of the ruminant. Okay. So you see in the last paragraph, some animals like the horses and rabbit have a large sac-like structure between esophagus and small intestine. So students, the animals like horse and rabbit will have a large sac-like structure between esophagus and the small intestine, and that is known as cecum. Cellulose is digested in the cecum by the action of certain bacteria. So cellulose that is present in the grass will be digested by certain bacteria in the cecum. Okay, so many animals including human cannot digest cellulose. So we also cannot digest cellulose, but the cellulose is digested by the cecum with the help of certain bacteria. Okay, students, so I hope it is clear to you. So with this we complete our chapter 2. Thank you so much. Any doubt you can ask me.